Hey everybody, hey, how are y'all doing? This is Nikki. Welcome back to Ranting with Ricardo. If you are here and you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share it with your people. If you're not new here and you don't like the content, still like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share it with your people, because you may not like me, but somebody out there does. If you want to follow me on social media, if you want to buy my merch, you want to buy my lip gloss, you need a way to contact me for business, you want to get me something off my Amazon wish list, or you want to make a donation to the channel, then you can find everything in the description box down below, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and in the community tab. With that being said, we are here for a Sistas recap review. This is Sistas season 5, episode 11. If I am correct, I know I'm late on this, but if I'm correct, there won't be a new episode until, yes, after the new year. So this is like last Sistas review until after the new year. Then I might have to push it back, but I am doing the family reunion recap review that I didn't do last night, and then we're gonna do a Am I the A-hole? Because I don't think I've done many in the month of December, so I'm gonna get back on that. So all of that today, and then tomorrow is game night, and it's going to be Friday, all the Fridays, the movies, trivia, and then what's love got to do with it, trivia. So be there, and then song association. So, be there for game night. And with that being said, let's get into it. So, we see Andy. Andy then came back home, and she get up into her condo or her little penthouse in the Sky Eye, and she sees Andy, not Andy, crazy ass Gary, and I like to talk badly to people, Robin, up at her house. And it's just like, what y'all doing in my house? What these two raggedy ass men doing in my house? Gary let Robin in, okay? Gary let Robin in. Robin was down there in the lobby. He came to talk business with her, and when I guess Gary decided to come back over to the place, because even though you claim to live there, you don't live there. You're a squatter, and unfortunately, in the state of Georgia, squatters have rights. Gary let Robin in because he was waiting in the lobby. Robin is like, we need to talk about business. It's real serious. It's real private. So, Andy, tell Gary, only, let me talk, go somewhere so I could talk to him. And she, I guess she real secretive about it. She like a little upset, but she like, come on, do this for me. I need to talk to him. So he get put out so she could talk to Robin about Sabrina. And when Gary is leaving, Robin is smirking because it's just like, you thought you had her ear. You really thought. And it's just like, that should say something about like, we all know that Andy is very much playing Gary, so she won't get sued. But once again, I'm confused on how she could get sued for pain and suffering when it was his ex-wife that was torturing her and harassing her, had her jump, broke into the apartment, and was shooting, all up and through, harassing her. You was the one who had the FBI down there, took all her little stuff, and had her walk back home. So, it makes no sense, in my opinion, how you going to sue her for pain and suffering. But for Robin, I feel like this was another way to be like, yep, yep, that's mine. You made a hat on once, but I got it all the time. Okay. So Robin tells Andy, he can get Serena out on bail, but it's gonna be about $3 million in cash, and she don't have that type of money. So she asked him, can she borrow the money? And he's just like, okay, well, how you gonna pay me back if I do this for you? Because that's a lot of money. How you gonna pay me back? And it's just like, what you trying to get paid back in? Okay, because what she got is very magical, but we don't trade money for sexual favors. That's called prostitution. Okay, and while we don't judge the sex workers, that's not what's about to go down here, sir. So what are you talking about? So anyways, lets him know you'll get your money back when she goes to court. Just show her she didn't skip out on bail. She on bail. As soon as she goes to court, you're gonna get all your little money back, okay? It's gonna be refunded. And that's how we leave them. We see Danny and Preston. They've spent the night together, and it's just like, oh, I hope y'all actually talked. Okay? And he mentions that this is the first time that didn't involve sex. This is the first time since they've met that they didn't have sex, and it was really nice. And it's just like, well, why would you bring that up? Or maybe you just want her to know that you want her more than just for like sex. You don't want to just, use her for sex. You want to actually be in love with her. You want to spend time with her. You want to wake up next to her. You want her to be your lover and your friend forever, ever, ever, ever. And so she like, stay with me. That's what she want. So he ended up staying, but he go to the bathroom. So when he go to the bathroom, she gets snooping, and I'm like, you're a girl after my own heart because I likes to snoop, okay? And as she's snooping, she finds a ring box with a diamond ring in it, and the question is, who's this ring for? Because remember, he was about to get married, he was about to propose, get married, something like that. And it's just like, is the diamond ring for Danny? Is the diamond ring for old girl back home? Was this the same ring you was gonna give old girl back home? And are you trying to give it to Danny? Did you come get some or no, yeah, is it the same ring you gave old girl back home, but it didn't work out, so now you're trying to give it to Danny, or is this a new ring? Whose ring is it? Is like one of the questions this episode. So we move on. We see Zach and Fatima, and they're talking. And Zach tells Fatima about the running with Hayden and how he didn't put hands on him. And I'm just like, Zach, look at you being an adult. Granted, I would have put hands on that. Should have stuck to the status quo, big head, receding hairline, like a hoe. I would have did that because he get on my nerves. He got to go. So Zach talks about how Bryce gave him a number to a child support lawyer, and it's just like, but Bryce tried to take your goodies at one point. I don't know how much we can trust Bryce. He up into some stuff, okay? And then we get Zach being salty about Fatima not wearing her ring. Fatima cares way too much about what the people think, but she's also trying to keep the peace, so I appreciate that. And I'll say this: why she cares too much about what the people think. She lets him know, I know we engaged, you know we engaged, we're engaged. She doesn't wear her ring just in case Karen or Andy finds out, and Karen tries to go hard for child support and causes a big, hoopla about everything. And it's just like, that's what Karen would do. We already got a problem with Heather, non-speaking, non-spelling, illiterate ass who can't even do the correct thing, trying to go for child support, and I don't bit more believe that that's his child. I think this is a scheme. This is a setup that the bishop and Hayden made up together. That's what the fuck I think. Um, and she just lets him know, I'll wear my ring when the DNA comes back, and then we'll let people know we're engaged. And it's just like, whether the DNA comes back that Karen's child isn't his child or that he is the father, you're gonna have to let the world know that you're engaged. But I also think uh, you know, we could have a commitment ceremony because I refuse. If all them kids is yours, I'm not paying your child support. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Especially with both your baby mamas being crazy, alleged baby mamas, because I don't think Heather's child is his child. And I for damn sure don't think that Karen's imaginary pregnancy um, belongs to Zach. I don't think that. No, I don't think that. Zach goes to see the child support lawyer, and she tells him, morning, 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 morning. Hey, Zach, like I said, Zach goes to see the child support lawyer, and she tells him Karen and Heather can request, like, each request 50% of what he makes based on his income and based on, how he lives. And it's just like, well, where the hell is, what he gonna have, what he gonna use, would he have to sell both his houses to cover child support? He gonna be back in the same situation he was in before if that is the option. I was like, that don't even fucking sound right. It really don't. And she basically tells Zach, well, if you don't want this to happen, you're just gonna have to get cool with them. And it's just like, no, that's not an option because Heather is suing him with the help of Hayden, and Karen don't even know if that kid is his. So she agrees to take him on as a client, and she lets him know, usually I'm expensive, but for you, we could work something out. And it's just like, what is with y'all trying to trade sexual favors for help? Ma'am, what is this we could work something out thing? Like, what is wrong with you? Okay, stop trying to trade sex for, different stuff, okay? I get barter systems and all, but no, this is child support. Nothing more, nothing less. For real. I think that's what she's trying to trade, but she could be trying to trade something else. And all I'm gonna say is it's about time Fatima brings Madam into the situation and figure out what's going on. Cause I feel like Madam should just go ahead and take care of Hayden, Heather, and Karen while I'm adding her onto the list. Karen and Aaron give each other some love. Ugh, disgusting. She calls Andy about Sabrina and, she tells her Sabrina's getting out of jail. Andy talks to Gary about Robin, how he's not a threat. And he's like, oh, I know, because he won't be around much longer. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you know how these corporate, hostile takeovers are. And it's just like, no, she didn't, like, the face she gave is, I don't believe you. She's already looked at the, like, snooped and found the paperwork. So if she puts two and two together, she could leverage this information for something better for herself. Or she could just tell Robin since he's helped her multiple times and that gets her into his good graces, but it also allows him to go ahead and cut Gary and Hayden off at the knees before they can really try something. I say you should snitch because it'll be better for you. Okay? So we see Andy and Danny go to pick up Sabrina. The prosecutor is pissed off because, he's still mad at Andy for getting his wife, like, have all his stuff and she won't get married. So alimony could stop, even though she got a live in boyfriend. And it's just like, sir, go to hell. You and your uh white fragility and you being upset and turning red, go to hell. Um, what did you do for that lady to divorce you? Other than maybe she cheated on you, but I doubt she cheated on you. So you had to do something, and it's just like, well, Andy did her damn job. If you had a better lawyer, then your lawyer could have got you what your ex-wife did. And you know what? I gotta agree with the ex-wife. Why the hell would I go and remarry someone when my alimony checks are rolling in and they're nice and I'm living very comfortable and we gonna live up in this house? If I was the ex-wife, I would have sold the house, got me a nice ass penthouse in the sky eye with my man with glass windows and all of that around. And every time you come over here, you can take the elevator up and see me and the dude getting it on at the window. That's all I'm saying. I would have did that. Over there being upset. Sir, what did you do to get a divorce? Sabrina gets home, takes a shower, calls Calvin. Calvin is like, Q set you up. And she's like, I know. And, he's over here. He won't leave. So she comes over. Her and Q start going back and forth. He calls her a batch. She gets a golf club and hits him. He get up. They start to get physical, which then causes Calvin to finally lose his ish, takes the golf club and starts beating Q's ass, and that was like about time. And then Sabrina screaming, "Stop, Calvin! Stop! Stop! Stop!" And it's just like, Sabrina, let it happen. Let it happen. He's had this coming for a very long time. He played on Calvin's, you know, I feel like empathic, um, empathic nature. He preyed on that, gave the sob story. Maurice wasn't believing it. Had to go with Maurice. He played on Calvin's empathic nature and basically got in good with Calvin and then set you and Maurice up so he wouldn't go back to jail. And he's been harassing Calvin. He's been talking grease with Calvin. He's been eating up all the food, drinking up all the air, not paying another bill. He's had it coming for a very long time. And then he got physical with you. It's been Long time coming. That ass whooping. So the white man, the prosecutor, does not waste no time. He gonna slide his little tight ass down there to Maurice, and is trying to get Maurice to, you know, flip on Sabrina in a way. Like he plays the recording, and Maurice is like, "Child, please." Anybody knows the inflection of the tone of the voice? That was a goddamn joke. Child, it was sarcasm, and I wish Maurice wouldn't have said anything. When old boy was asking him about the robbery, but it was sarcasm. And then he tries to get Maurice to flip on Sabrina, like, if you sign this, you know, plea agreement and agree to testify, you know, she'll go to jail and you won't do no jail time. And Maurice is not having it. He's like, I'm not flipping on my girl. It's not gonna happen, okay? Maurice is gonna do all his little time in there before he can get bail. But don't think I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna flip. And really, like, the gist of this whole situation is the white man has decided that he is going to get back at Andy by going at Sabrina and trying to ruin her life. Like, because he was adamant, like, Sabrina did this to Maurice. And Maurice is like, no. What's wrong with you? And I was like, it's a lot wrong with him. He is upset that he got his love feelings hurt and his wife still getting all his love money while she doing her love and they share the house they once shared. I feel like go off, find somebody new, or figure out how to get her to marry that man. I'm just saying. And then we move on to the last part of this episode, or what I consider the last part of the episode, and it's Karen. And then went down to the doctor's office to figure out when she conceived that fictional pregnancy. And the doctor says the 12th. And she's like, I thought the 19th. And doctor says, no, the 12th. Here's the thing. Her face wasn't giving surprised or, you know, oh shite. It would be like surprised that it is. Not even surprised. It wasn't giving happy. Because, you know, she wants the baby, that fictional pregnancy. She wants it to be Zach. So the face she was given wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. No. And it wasn't giving, oh shite, like I'm pregnant by, you know, Aaron. It's just like, where has Rico been in all this? Because remember, Rico was her old standby, her old faithful when Zach would mess up. So where is Rico? And did you sleep with Rico on the 12th? Or have you been dipping it and doing it with some other people? Is the question. Like, have you been dipping it and doing it with some other people? We didn't see it, but is it a possibility? And if it's a possibility, what the hell does she be doing that we don't know about? Because it's just like, it wasn't like happy, oh my God, happy, because you know for definite the baby is Zach's. And it wasn't like, oh shite, I'm stuck with Aaron. No, it was just no expression whatsoever. And that is how Sisters ended, and they won't be back until the 4th of January. And you know, I'll be back to give y'all that recap review for them. But with that being said, that was it. That was all I got more to give y'all. I appreciate y'all coming to me this morning. I will be pushing back the Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion live just by an hour, so I can watch the episode and take my notes. And then, you know, Am I the A-hole Reddit stories? I'm going live for that. And tomorrow is game night, and it's going to be the movies. The Friday, the movies, all three movies. Trivia over that. And what's love got to do with the trivia? And then I'm gonna try to work in song association if everybody's up to playing. So with that being said, I will see y'all later. I'll see y'all for the next one. And if you're new here and you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people. If you're not new here, you don't like the content, still like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share me with your people, because you may not like me, but somebody out there does. If you want to follow me on social media, you need a way to contact me for business. You want to buy my merch, you want to buy my lip gloss, you want to get me something off the Amazon uh, wish list, you want to get an Amazon KDP book, or you just want to make a donation to the channel, then you can find everything in the description box down below, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and on the community tab. And with that being said, I'll see y'all later. Bye.